The sins of Sinister. Sinister was sinning. My name is Chillmonger. To the ones who don't know, maybe saw my video for the first time, you're like, what is this guy all about? I'll tell you, I'll fill you in. Loved the X-Men when Jonathan Hickman inserted his House of X, Powers of 10 stuff. Very interesting to me. What followed was cool until the exit of Jonathan Hickman, because if you didn't know, there was a vote and everyone to a man voted to resume what they were doing, and Jonathan Hickman, the writer who said, "No, I have phases in this plan when you hired me earlier. Remember, like now it's time to end this and go on to the next thing." That didn't happen. Because that happened, this guy here, this YouTuber, completely stopped buying comic books that had X-Men in them. The person in charge, the editor, Jordan D. White, is still the editor, and he gave you Sins of Sinister, his second foray in this sort of inconsequential sort of thing that characters are going to die, people are going to be not who they know, not who you know them to be, and things are going to be wild. There's going to be time passing, really, like a lot of years are going to come and go, and there's going to be a lot of mystery intrigue. It'll sort of be like Age of Apocalypse. A lot of this ongoings and Sins of Sinister has no point and no value, which is why Chillmonger did not read Sins of Sinister. I did not buy this comic book. I did not spend money. Where is it? Where is it? It is not here. Chillmonger is going to save you money, guys. The fall of X is going to be just like the reign of X, and just like the dawn of X and the night of X. All of them of X. It's all inconsequential filler material where things are going to happen and to be undone. And again, if that is your thing, because I say this every time I crap on that sort of storytelling, I always say this. If that is what you prefer, that is to your liking, your preferences, and you're kind of like into those things, the shock value of it all, and all the other perks to that sort of storytelling, I'm not insulting you. I'm only vocalizing, verbalizing my, because the Chillmonger YouTube channel, my perception. These are my experiences with storylines that go nowhere. I view them as meaningful as a Valiant comic. It's got nothing to do with Marvel. There's no stakes continuity wise. The canon happening in these sort of alternate what ifs never really matter. Even House of M, that was another sort of like weird thing. People don't reference what happened in House of M. Just the end that Wanda said no more mutants, and we kind of sat on that for a couple of years. There was 198 mutants left, yada yada, and we undid it at Avengers vs X-Men. So something happened out of that. Just the last page of it all, the final pages. The Sins of Sinister. If you're into it, let me know why you're into it. Write a comment. If you're new here and you want, I'm not always like this. Sometimes I'm cheerful. 33 burning MCU questions is going to be that live stream that I be doing on Saturday. Go check me out. Look how happy I am talking about things like the MCU movies that I like. And Star Wars was a couple of weeks ago. I did Avatar burning questions. I live stream fun things. I have a good time on this YouTube channel. But when it comes to the X-Men, that is not that. That is not it. Or representation in Marvel Comics. Shout out to Storm and her new comic by Ann Nocenti, not Nokenti. People who call her Ann Nocenti are wrong. Her name is Ann Nocenti, and she was the editor back when what was it, Chris Claremont, you know? So if you want to give her credit for that Chris Claremont stuff, Trinity, Second Street Marvel, if that's your thing, you want to overvalue her because she was the editor back in that time? Yeah. Talk to me when she's also doing Spider-Man, when she's also doing the Hulk. Hey, a job just cleared up. If Ann Nocenti is really that big, hey, if Ann Nocenti is really that popular, how about Thor? How about you give Ann Nocenti something else? Or we can stop pretending that there's value in Ann Nocenti's name. I don't care about the quality. I don't care about the history. Oh, she wrote Daredevil. I, is she Al Ewing, Jonathan Hickman? Is she of the tier and the class of writers? Is she from the crop that Marvel Comics selects to write Fantastic Four, the big books? And the answer to that is no. And so therefore I do not see value in Ann Nocenti, regardless of the accolades that she gets for being attached to Chris Claremont. I'm sure she said, "No, Chris, you spell that word with two T's, not one. I got your back." That's super editor That she is, and I'm not insulting her talent either. She could be a great writer. I understand that during that time, Ann Nocenti probably knows what's going on with Storm during that time. I understand actually the hiring for that reason. It's just an inconsequential book. It's like nothing's gonna happen. No matter what romance she has, it's not gonna count. No matter what feat she does, I'll only have to ask myself why she hasn't accomplished this, thing with her powers since. It's just not my type of storytelling, and she's not my type of, or Marvel has shown me she's not that type of talent, of not talent, but stature, status, the ability to rock things and be of meaning. Okay, anyways, half of this video was Sins of Sinister. The second half was Trinity from Second Street Marvel. Go check out what he had to say. What was on his pool? Did he do a live stream? Second Street Marvel should be the video you watch.